بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما وكلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. صلوات. So last time we had discussed the right of the community members, and the conclusion that Imam was giving was that you have to consider each of the member of your community as one of your closest relatives. And what did he say? The people in your community, either they are older than you, your age group, or younger than you. In all these three situations, you need to consider them as your closest relatives. How? The older ones, treat them as you treat your father. Those who are your age group, deal with them as you do with your brothers. Younger people, they are for you like your children. So three relationship. Either in the community, somebody that you talk to him, you speak with him like you speak with your father, one, or like your brother, two, or like your children. So your akhlaq in your house is going to reflect your akhlaq in the community. How you speak in your house with all these three people, the same you are going to speak outside. Of course, those people who are elderly people have a special respect in Islam because of their age, because of the time that they have spent in this world. Of course, you should think good deeds. And especially if somebody has spent his time in service of Islam and community. So those people are, they deserve a special respect. And this is something that our religion and also our culture has emphasized on, to respect the elderly people. Respect anybody who is older than you. Age is a factor for respect. Although real respect comes because of ilm and taqwa, the knowledge and piety. But one of the reasons, the age is also there. The people who are knowledgeable, whatever the age they have, they should be respected because of their knowledge, not their age, not their personality, but their knowledge. So knowledge has its own respect. Then taqwa, piety. You see maybe a young boy, he is very pious. So respect him because of his piety. Why? Because Allah says, Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. Even in the eyes of Allah, the most respectable person is a person who is more pious, more muttaqi. So taqwa is one of the important reasons why we should respect someone. How about age? Yes, This is also. If somebody is older than you, respect him. Not necessarily he should be an old man, so you respect him. No, anybody who is just older than you, even few years, even 1 year older than you, respect him. These are not just instructions, these are not just sayings. We see the practice of Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam. Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, they are two brothers, right? And they are equal in all merits, all virtues. No one is better than another. They are totally 100% equal in all aspects. The only difference is the age difference. Imam Hassan is older than Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein is younger than him. That's it. There is no other difference. But you see, we never find in the history ever that Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he came forward to lead the prayer while Imam Hassan is there. Same age, almost same age, just one year difference. But the respect of the older. And of course, he was the second Imam, Imam Hussein was the third Imam. Why? Why second and third? Because of the age only. Nothing else. So age has a reason for someone to be respected. Of course, this age, we have so many ahadith about it. Even Ramadan is coming. In Ramadan, there is a khutbah that we read always in Ramadan. Inshallah, we'll be reading it again. Every time you read it, you find new points in it, and it is a good reminder for us, for our behavior, our akhlaq, our manners, ethics. Everything is there. You're starting from Iman, from Usul-Din, Furu'Din, everything you'll find in that very, very important khutbah, which will be, inshallah, speaking about few weeks later, before Ramadan. In this khutbah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, that your akhlaq, your manners should be the best in the month of Ramadan. Always should be good. Always your manners should be on the highest level of goodness. But in Ramadan especially should be the best. You always should offer your salat, right? Not in Ramadan only. Salat is wajib every day. But in Ramadan especially, you should not miss a single salat. You should even try to offer your all mustahabbat. Reading the Quran is mustahab every single day. It's highly recommended that a mu'min should read Quran every single day. But in Ramadan, is more emphasized. So there are things that you should do always, but in Ramadan, you should do them more. So when Rasulullah started counting those good deeds that you can do in Ramadan, even in better manner and with more emphasis, he counts among those good deeds, وَوَقِّرُوا كِبَارَكُمْ, and respect the elderly people. So this is one of the deeds that he especially mentions for the month of Ramadan. وَوَقِّرُوا, and you respect those people who are old in your community. Of course, nobody wants to be considered as old. Everybody wants to be young. It's fine, it's good. But there are old people. And we have to respect them. And there are ways how to respect. وَوَقِّرُوا كِبَارَكُمْ. Respect your elderly people. And there are so many ahadith. One of them is that Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam says, if your beard, starts getting gray, and you see white, hair there, don't panic, okay? It is something that Islam respects. You get a special respect from the time you see some white hair in your beard. It's called ذو شيبة في الإسلام. Shayba. So you start getting old, especially from 40. Once you are 40, though you're young, but you start getting old. This person called ذو شيبة. But if he is a Muslim and ذو شيبة, he has respect. So Imam says, لا يجهل حق ثلاثة لا يجهل حقهم. There are three people whose right is not ignored except by one person. Three people, their right is not ignored and neglected except by one person. Who is that one person? I don't need the translation, we'll see it. لا يجهل حقهم إلا منافق. Except the person who is munafiq. A munafiq can ignore and neglect the right and respect of these three people. And very seldom you see this explanation of munafiq with it. Who is munafiq? Which munafiq? Munafiqun ma'rufun nifaq. Illa munafiq ma'rufun bin nifaq. Except a munafiq whose nifaq is known to everybody. Because you don't know who is munafiq. Munafiq is the person who is apparently Muslim, but by heart he is kafir. Nobody has seen any heart of anyone. How do you know that who is munafiq, who is mu'min? But Imam says a person who is ma'ruf bin nifaq, is known in his hypocrisy. This person disrespects these three people. Who? ذو شيبة في الإسلام. The person who starts getting gray hairs in his beard. It's called ذو شيبة في الإسلام. It means he started a new chapter of his life. And that's why there are other responsibilities of elderly people in Islam as well. They have to take care of the younger people. Inshallah, when we come to the next subject that Imam had mentioned there, inshallah we'll talk there also. The second person is he Hamilul Quran. Those people who take care of Quran. Hamil Quran. They read Quran, they understand Quran, they learn Quran, they teach Quran. They call Hamil Quran. So the people who are very much involved in Quran, they should be respected. Wal Imam al-Adil, and an Imam who is a just Imam. So these three people are highly respected. And nobody neglects their right but a person who is munafiq. And there are so many more hadith. I would like to just finish this topic here because we have so many things to discuss next. Very quickly, a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. من وقر ذا شيبة لشيبته. If you see somebody who is a mu'min, an elderly person, and you respect him because of his age, because he is an old person, you respect him for that reason. آمنه الله من فزع يوم القيامة. Allah will protect him from the fear of the day of judgment. And what is the fear of the day of judgment? This is another subject. Everybody will be in fear except few people that Allah will give them aman, will give them refuge and peace. So he will be among the people who will receive peace in the day of judgment, when there will be no peace for everybody, you know. Another hadith, من عرف فضل شيخ كبير anybody who respects an elderly people, it's just like he respected Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's very huge. See, you respect a mu'min because of his old age, you're respecting Allah. Why Allah? Because Allah told us to do it. In the beginning, I recited an ayat from Quran. And you always read it and hear it, and most of you know and are familiar with that ayat. It says that you have to respect your parents. Right? Everybody knows respecting your parents. But respecting parents, any parents, maybe young or old. But the ayat further says, إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما. Kibar. Any of these two, your parents, both of them or أحدهما, any one of them reaches to the age, old age. They become old. يبلغن عندك الكبر. You are young and they are old. In this situation, Quran says, you cannot apply it everywhere. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Now don't even say uff. What is uff? Uff is a word that is naturally you say it when you are so much disappointed. When you are, if you don't like anything and you want to control yourself, not to say anything, just is fine, I want to control myself. You want to show your patience, the least thing you say is, oof, what happened? Oof. You cannot say oof to your parents. But you know what the problem is? That our young parents, while they're raising their little children, they try to apply this on them. And they say, listen, what Quran says, you cannot say off to your parents. It is not for them. It is for himself, for his father. Not for, he should not teach his children, he should teach himself to respect his father. So the kid can see that how the father is respecting grandfather, and then he will learn the same. Whatever you do in front of your children, how you treat your parents, they are going to treat you the same way, and maybe worse if you do wrong, and better if you do good. So whatever you do, your children are watching you. You don't need to teach them verbally, teach them practically. كونوا دعاة للناس بغير ألسنتكم, without using your tongue. Teach without using your tongue. So إما يبلغن أحدهم الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف. Don't even say off to them when they reach to the old age, because in old age it's more chances of them to say something that you don't like. See, they're getting old. They have old mentality. They have old ideas. They don't know what is going on in this new world. Right? You blame them for something that, oh, they are old people, old-fashioned. I'm in new age. I'm smarter than him, than my father, and than my mother. I'm smart. Islam says don't say of. So here, the point is this, that respecting of the parents is wajib for everyone in all ages. But when the parents reach to old age, their respect becomes even more. So why more? They are parents. They are respected already. But their respect increases because of their age. So when parents become old, so they have two respects. One, because they are parents. The second, because they are old. So all elderly people, we have to respect them. Showing respect to elderly people. For example, there are so many ways how you can, show your respect to your elderly people. And even in Islam, in fiqh we see. For salat, for example, standing for salat, or standing in any queue, let those people who are older than you go before you. Or you are walking, let the person who is older than you walk before you. This is one of the respects that we see. Right? The same way as you respect a person because of his knowledge, as I said earlier, or because of his taqwa. I know in this country, in this society, respect has a different meaning. There is respect, but culture is different culture. Back home, not only Muslims respect the teacher, for example. When the teacher enters the class, what you do? Stand up. Do you do it here? If you do it, people will laugh at you. What are you doing? Why are you standing up? Why are you standing up? But yes, there is somebody when he enters, you have to stand up. Who is who? Who is he? He's the judge. Why? Because he is judge. In Islam, the teacher is not less than a judge in respect. He is the person who made this person judge. Right? So if the judge is sitting and his judge's teacher is coming, see, what is this? Let's say in a room, in any room, the judge is sitting and his teacher is entering the room. He is going to stand up? No, this is not part of protocol. He is not going to stand up for his teacher. But the teacher is sitting, and this student judge enters. What will happen? The teacher has to stand up. In one way, it's fine, because judge should be respected because of his knowledge. It's fine. But the teacher is more knowledgeable if this is the reason. So respect in Islam is something that is part of our culture and part of our religion. We have to respect. When somebody is coming, you have to stand up. If he is, older than you, a person who is respectful, an alim is coming, for example, somebody he has a good, history of services for Islam and for community, should be respected. So respect the person who is older than you. And as I gave you the example, that even if he is younger than you, if he is older than you 1 year, respect him for that 1 year. For salat, for example. In the salat, we have the manners, and even we have fiqhi masail there. Who should lead the prayer? The person who is more knowledgeable. If both have same knowledge, Then who? The person who is more pious. Same knowledge, same piety, then who? The person who is older in age, who is older than the other person. He should lead. So I gave you the example of whom? Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein alayhi salam. In all merits, in all fada'il, in all virtues, they are equal totally. But who leads the prayers? Imam Hassan. Always Imam Hassan. Always. We never find in the history where Imam Hussein led the prayer while Imam Hassan is there. Why? Because of that. Not because he is better than him in knowledge or in taqwa or in anything else. Only in age. So see how important is this? So your brother, older brother, your father, your uncle, your anyone. When Abu Dhar was leaving Medina, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, Imam Ali alayhi salam, they came to see him off. What Imam Ali said to Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein? Said, say farewell to your uncle Abu Dhar. Well, they are imams. Both of them, they are imams of Abu Dhar. Abu Dhar considered them his imam. But they said, Uncle Abu Dhar, fi amanillah. So this is the respect that we have to keep it. You should know the respect. There are manners, how to show respect. It is the details. We might not be able to go in that, mashallah, all of you know, but we should keep this respect. While you're talking to someone, while dealing with someone, the respect should be there. We should not forget our culture and our religion. And this is something that we should be proud of, that yes, we do respect the people who should be respected. Inshallah, next time we'll see that what is the responsibility of older people towards their younger people. So inshallah we'll discuss that.